The story of the candle and the wind. Challenges can make or break you. Part 1. The anomaly in the numbers. The flickering fluorescent lights of a 1950s testing room hum like tired insects. A child squints at paper booklets. Pencil hovering over analogies and geometric puzzles. The proctors watch ticks louder than thoughts. Fast forward 70 years. The same test now glows on a tablet. Swipe, tap, zoom. The digital clock counts down silently. But the child's fingers move with the reflexes of a generation raised on touchscreens. Something strange happened in between. In 1984, a New Zealand political scientist named James Flynn sifted through decades of IQ data like an archaeologist brushing dust from artifacts. The numbers shouldn't have changed. Intelligence was supposed to be static, a fixed trait, but the graphs told a different story, a relentless upward climb. Not by points, but by decades of points. The average person in 1980 scored higher than 90% of their grandparents' generation. Were we evolving, or was the world reshaping us? The candle of human intelligence wasn't burning brighter. It was being held against the wind. Flynn's discovery unearthed deeper questions. The tests hadn't gotten easier, we'd gotten better. Abstract reasoning, pattern recognition, hypothetical thinking, skills that were once the domain of scholars now belonged to the masses. But lurking beneath the celebration was an unsettling footnote. Some studies showed spikes in certain abilities, and alarming drops in others. The wind giveth, the wind taketh away. Part 2. The three winds. We taught them the game. The first wind blew through classrooms. Gone were the days of rote memorization, the chanting of times tables, the recitation of facts. Modern education rewarded why over what. A child who could dissect a metaphor or solve a logic puzzle thrived. One who relied on sheer memory stumbled. The IQ tests mirrored this shift. A 19th-century farmer might have been baffled by questions like asterisk, how are a dog and a rabbit alike? Asterisk, not because he lacked intelligence, but because his world demanded different tools. We taught them the game. The second wind came through our hands. The same fingers that once plowed fields or stitched clothes now navigate infinite menus. Swipe through algorithms, juggle multiple streams of information. Technology didn't just change what we do asterisk, it rewired how we think. Chess masters, once the pinnacle of human strategy, now train against eye that sees 10 moves ahead. The players didn't get smarter, the game did. We taught them the game. The third wind was invisible, better nutrition, fewer toxins, the quiet triumph of public health. A well-fed brain is a flexible brain. But even as our abstract reasoning soared, ancestral skills withered. The hunter's eye for tracking, the farmer's sense of weather, the craftsman's tactile intuition, these were traded for new strengths. Progress, it seemed, was a barter system. The candle burned brighter, but unevenly. Part 3. The river and its banks. Then, the wind stilled. In the early 2000s, researchers noticed a troubling trend. The Flynn Effect, once unstoppable, was plateauing in developed nations. Some countries even saw declines, not in knowledge, but in processing speed, in working memory. Had we hit a ceiling? Or worse, Were we losing something vital in exchange for our new skills? The answer lies in the metaphor of the river. Human intelligence isn't a candle to be snuffed or kindled. It's a river, constantly carving new channels, abandoning old ones, adapting to the terrain. The wind shapes it, yes, but the water remembers its course. Perhaps the next test won't be about how well we solve puzzles, but how wisely we choose which puzzles to solve. The candle flickers, but the river endures. We taught them the game. Now, we wait to see what they'll teach us. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.